Greetings LEGO and D&D nerds, my name is Ian and welcome to Brick Bestiary, the show where I show you how to build D&D creatures out of LEGO bricks. Today's creature can be found on page 34 of the 2014 monster manual, the Bulette. A Bulette is a monster that kind of looks like the love child of a frog, an armadillo, and a nightmare. The monster manual calls them land sharks because of their predatory nature and the way that they hunt, because Bulettes have a burrowing speed and they sort of swim through the ground, I suppose, like a shark swims through water. So today we are going to try to build one of these creatures. Unfortunately, the perfect pieces that I needed to build it come in this cheap Ninjago Dragon set. That sand blue color mixed with tan is the perfect color scheme for a Bulette, and I'm able to reuse the head and body segment to build this guy. Now the piece that I'm going to be building this Bulette around is this head. This is a Ninjago Dragon head from a pretty small blue dragon set. The set also comes with this piece, which I'm going to be incorporating as the Bulette's back. Now this head mold has showed up in a couple of Ninjago Dragons, and I talked about this in my video where I modified 3 dragons. I will link up in the cards, but this head is kind of cool because it has this ridge showing where the mouth closes. So as is, we have the head with the mouth closed, but if you add a jaw below it, that ridge immediately just kind of disappears to your brain and you see the thing below as the bottom jaw. So you can use this as an open mouth or a closed mouth depending on how you build with it. And today we're going to be using it as a Bulette. So the first thing we need to do is find a way to attach it effectively to the rest of the body. There's a Technic pin hole here, but just using a Technic pin is actually going to put it too far from the rest of the body. I want to connect these as close as possible so that the plates of the Bulette don't have a big gap between them. And as you can see, this is not a way that these pieces are meant to connect. So what I'm going to do is insert a Technic half pin into that pin joint and then take a 4-long bar and place it into that Technic half pin with another half pin on the other end. I'm then going to take this 1x1 with a little bar clip and this 1x1 clip stacked on top of it, and I will attach that onto the bar here to make an attachment point for the lower jaw. Then I'll take this body piece and I will stack a 2x2 plate onto the underside of these studs here, as well as this 2x2 with a Technic pinhole. I want the pinhole pointed towards the front, and I'm going to insert this Technic half pin into it like that, and then I will just push the bar all the way through forward until the head lines up where I want it. I'll add a few of these quarter rounds in this sand blue color onto these side studs here, just to add a little decoration. Then to build the jaw, I'm going to take this 1x1 in tan with snot studs on either side and attach onto the bottom of it a 1x1 with a snot stud on only one side. Onto the front, I will place a cheese slope, and onto this top stud here, I will place a vertical clip. Then I'll take 2 of these 1x3 slopes and attach them onto the sides. This pin here is going to go into the open stud so that it lines up like this, one on each side. I will attach this clip to this bar here, and that will form our lower jaw. As you can see, now that he has a jaw, it's very clear that his mouth is open, and that ridge line on the blue head just kind of disappears as part of his face. Now I'll set this aside and work on the underbelly. We're going to start with this 1x4 brick that has snot studs across the front, and we're going to take 2 of these 1x1 snot bricks with studs on either side and place them onto the bottom over these 2 pins here, converting this 4 studs into 3, where I will connect a 1x3 plate with the studs facing in the opposite direction. I'll then place this 2x2 tile over these 2 middle studs here, and we'll take 4 of these 1x1 plates and place 2 on either side of these studs here and 2 onto the top ends of this brick here. Now I'm going to take 2 more 1x1s with a snot stud on only one side, and I'm going to place them onto these top plates here with the studs facing out sideways, and I'll put 2 cheese slopes on top of those with the angles in like this. Then to finish off the back, I'm going to take a 1x1 clip and place it this direction into the center and surround it with 2 of these tan quarter rounds like that. Then I'm going to connect this onto the bottom of the boulette by connecting these front 2 studs here on this plate to these back 2 studs on the Technic piece right here. And then to fill in this gap right here a little bit, I'm going to take this jumper tile and place it on the underside of that gray stud. And I'll take one of these 2x2 rounded pieces and place it here, covering this gap. The bottom of our boulette is going to be a little bit gappy, but this will at least cover some of the largest area. And you're probably not going to be seeing it from the bottom anyway. Now to give him a little tail, I'm going to take this 2x2 with a bar connection and add this 2x2 tan bracket that points down, onto which I'll add this 1x2 half pyramid in sand blue. I'll then take this 2x2 slope in sand blue, which actually still has the sticker on it from the same Ninjago Dragon. You can see the patterns match. Sticker is not necessary, but I might as well leave it on since it matches. And I'm going to add this 1x2 plate onto the bottom before connecting it onto the top of my bracket. Then I'll connect this bar onto the clip at the back to give our boulette a stubby little tail. And now onto the legs. For each leg, I'm going to be making a claw using these minifig binoculars and these small silver horns. I'm going to place a horn into each of the binocular sockets, the horns both curving downward, and this open underside stud at the top. I'm going to need one of these for each foot, so I'll go ahead and make 4 of them. And now to connect these to the front legs, I'm going to place a vertical clip upside down onto the top of those binoculars. We'll need 2 front legs, so I will connect 2 clips this way. Then I will take these 2 droid bodies and attach the neck joint into that clip here. And I will place a quarter round on the back stud of each one, kind of angled this way so the triangle is pointing downward. Then on each side of the body, I will connect a horizontal clip onto this exposed stud and angle it backwards slightly with a half round tile on top of it to cover up that exposed stud. And then I can clip these droid bodies directly onto those clips to attach the front legs. For the back legs, I'm going to take 2 of these studs with a bar attached, and I'm going to add a quarter round pointing upwards like this, kind of making a little arrow. And then I'll connect one of these 1x1 clips onto the shaft like this to fill in some of the space here. This will form our upper leg, and then for our lower leg, I'll be using these 1x1 bricks with clips on them, and I will slide them on to the bottom of the bar like this. One of them will go in this direction, and the other one will go in this direction, so the 2 legs are mirrored. And then I will place a single stud on the end of each and a claw facing inward like this, so that I have 2 legs. Those will connect onto these back studs here to give our boulette his back legs. And there he is, our little land shark, ready to burrow up on your players and try to chomp them in his massive mouth. So that is my take on a Lego boulette. Let me know in the comments down below how you think this guy turned out. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Lego D&D content if you haven't already. And as always, be sure to let me know in the comments down below what creature you would like to see me build next.